Alright guys, we are waiting for this SMT right here, which we already got, so we see this SMT. As soon as we open, we should start going lower. I don't want to enter before 9:30, so that's why I didn't enter. But this looked like a nice little trade, and I hope it goes up one more time before it actually drops. For the draws on liquidity, I have these two lows marked, which are 15-minute lows, and I think that's gonna be the target. I mean, yeah, I think that's gonna be a target. If we can see an SMT, that'll be awesome. All right, oof. All right, all right. I want to enter, but I'm waiting for like I don't want to enter on this crazy wick. No way it wants to go higher. Like, oh, we did have SMT to the upside, but uh, risky,
Order
risky,
filled.
but I'm gonna take it. So 200 stop loss, take profit. I'm gonna put it on this closest low.
Order filled.
All right, that didn't play out. So, all right, we got stopped out for the first trade. Now I wanna wait for more confirmation. It wasn't a bad trade, so I don't really feel bad about it. And right now I'm on my new 50k train combine. Like, it should go lower. That's what I think. And we still have SMT, so it's really lame that I got stopped out. Yeah, it would have been impossible for me to not get stopped out. Even if I entered higher, I would have lowered my stop loss to break even, so it wouldn't have played out. Maybe if we see this inverse, if we inverse this for value cap, then that could be a good trade. But until then, I'm just gonna wait to see what happens. I mean, I don't know if longs could be the move. I mean, I don't really wanna go long. But if we are going long, this would be another SMT to the upside. But like I said, I don't think we're going higher right now. Or maybe we are. I mean, this doesn't look like a bad long. Because NQ is on a fair value cap and then ES is doing the SMT. So that's what, like, if one index, if one, yeah, if one index is um, going to an imbalance and the other one is taking the liquidity, then well, I have seen it, like, it does play out good. So another thing is that with SMTs, um, I have one friend who I have been trying to teach, and he doesn't, he always asks me, like, how do I know what SMT is gonna play out? Because when an index takes the high, how do I know it's gonna start going lower and not just keep going higher? And the answer to that question is just based on, yeah, it's going lower. Well, based on the reaction you see, and also you kind of have to have a bias. Like, if you want to go lower, for example, here, this was an SMT to the upside. But remember, we are thinking of going lower, or at least I am. Like I said, if we were bullish, this would have been a good entry. But we weren't bullish, so we did not enter. And also, even if we did enter, we see it's 25,835. It went up to it went up like 15 points. So we would have probably been break even and we wouldn't have lost money anyways. So that's why we have like a little 10-point stop, and the rule is that after 10 points we move to break even, because that way we just make sure we don't lose. And also this strategy is very aggressive, so if we are right, like we shouldn't get stopped out. That's also why, because DR and other people, they use like a bigger stop loss, and it's because they trade like continuation, so it kind of makes a little bit of more sense because they have a bigger, continuation. It could retrace, but it's gonna keep going lower. It's like if I enter right now, the chances of me getting stopped out would be so little if I use like a big stop loss or big take profit.
Order filled.
Alright guys, this is the second trade of the day. If we lose this trade, that's it for today, and I will get off because that would be two losing trades, and that's two losing trades is the highest I go for losing. My reason why I entered, ES made SMT. It also kind of made an equal high, and honestly, like if we want to go lower, it should just start going lower, like right now. And we had a previous SMT, so all we were waiting for was the 1 minute SMT. So yeah, let's see if this trade plays out. If not, then it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it is what it is. I don't even know if today's a good trading day. It looks pretty choppy, but this is not a trade I would regret taking. Even the reaction was pretty good on ES, so I'm hoping we don't go higher.
Order filled.
Alright, so two losses for today. I still think it's gonna go lower, but that would be the day. That would be the trading day for us today. Two losses. Pretty unfortunate, but I still think we're gonna go lower. If I'm wrong, then that's just wrong bias. But yeah, that's today. Two losses. We traded this morning, and I just wanted to go through what did we do wrong, right? I see all of these influencers just showing, some of them show their losses, but they don't really explain why they lost, and I feel like that makes people not learn from others' mistakes. So I did a mistake. I did two of them actually. So, and I want to explain what I did. So if we check the charts, we see this is how our chart looked. Remember, NQ is on the right and ES is on the left. So when we came up at 9:30, I remember I entered around this line, this black line right here where my mouse is, which is 25,842, and then we got stopped out pretty quick. What did I miss out? First of all, there wasn't even an SMT anymore. So my idea was that we see this SMT. It looked something like that, and then on on ES it looked something like this. Like this one was pointing lower and this one was pointing higher, and that was my reason why I wanted to enter. But then the SMT didn't even work anymore. Wait, I'm kind of repeating myself. Let me say that again. So this high. I shouldn't have used this high. Why? Because this is a 1 minute high. On the 15 minute, it doesn't even look like anything. It looks just like a wick. It doesn't even look like a high. It doesn't look good. It looks like bad. It just looks like complete chop. And I was gonna take a trade of complete chop, right? So I should have marked this high right here. We see perfect reaction off of it, and it goes down to a low. Then the 930 trade and the 958 trade I entered because of this SMT. We actually did SMT. So we see ES is that close to taking all-time highs, and NQ already took all-time highs. So the chances are ES could probably go to all-time highs. Also, we are chopping, and I should not have entered. I I said I wasn't gonna regret this one, but I kinda. It wasn't a good trade. I still don't regret because there's no reason to regret it, and I did have some logic behind it, but it wasn't. It really wasn't a good trade. It wasn't. It wasn't a good trade. So you guys might think I'm just using hindsight on the first trade right here, right? Because you guys could be like, oh well, now that this high didn't work out, now you're using this high. But hey, let me show you. This is actually the owner of the, well, he's my mentor. He doesn't really, he used to have an open mentorship, but he closed it for only, he closed it for new members, and now he only has it for around like 15 people. So he is actually, I met him in person. He's not super famous, but he's really, really good at trading. So he took the exact same trade, and you can see he had his take profit at 25,779, which I think is the low. 79. Wait. Oh, he actually had his take profit a little lower, but it still didn't hit. He did sell it plus 1,000. He said on the chat, so it didn't completely get to take profit, but he made $1,000 plus. Well, at least myself, I would have probably put TP here or here. Probably here, but if I would have seen this reaction, I would have probably closed it around 700 in profit. I would not hold it, or at least that's what I think I would have done. I hope I would have done that, because if not, I would have just gone and break even later. But hey, this guy has, I know this is a weird picture, but I just didn't want to show the Discord because I haven't asked him for permission, but I just want to show, like, this guy has 4 accounts, all are express accounts, and he made $1,000 today. So that's 1,000 times 4, and all of them are express, and he took the same trade in all of them. So, whenever he gets a payout, let's say a 2,000 payout or a 1,500 payout, then you multiply that by 4. He lives by himself. He's really profitable, and he's my mentor. So you can see that this works out. You can see people is making money with it, with like so much proof. Like, okay, this is only one day, but I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to try to see the SMTs during the day and just see how it plays out. It's not only SMTs, but it's a big component of what he teaches. And he teaches with, I mean, it's all ICT, but we kind of have like some twitches, and that's why we enter so aggressively, or the time we enter. So it's not mainly SMTs, but just check how it plays out with like important highs and lows, and you should be profitable. So yeah, we ended negative 400 on the day. It should have been at least 500 day, which would have actually saved us 400 plus 500, so we would be 900 up right now instead of negative 400, you see. So again, my mistake was that I used this 1 minute high instead of the actual all-time highs. Focus on the gray line I'm making with my cursor, that's vertical. Focus on that line on ES and on NQ. You see, on ES we are we are not at all-time highs, and on NQ we are at all-time highs. Just enter aggressively. If I would have entered aggressively, if I would have marked the right high, if I would have thought a little more using my brain, I should have marked the actual all-time highs and not just a little 1 minute random high. And again, the 958 high, the 958 SMT, I guess I wouldn't consider it a bad trade if ES wasn't that close to hitting all-time highs. Those two mistakes made us lose 400 bucks. But we know the strategy actually helped someone make 1,000 bucks. So it's always not about the strategy, but it's about the person. It's about the brain work. It's about the patience, following the plan. And just because I didn't win doesn't mean someone with the same knowledge as me also didn't win. But yeah, that's the video for today. Actually, every single day I'm gonna be posting a video about the trading day. If I didn't take a trade, then I would just put the video like really sped up, and it will probably be like a 6-minute video. But if I lost, it will be a longer video, because I would like show the video that I lost plus the video just going through why I lost. And if I win, it would just be a one video, because I wouldn't have to explain why I lost. So yeah, that's the video for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the next trading day. See you.